In Greek mythology, there is a tale of a mortal whose heartbreak was so deep that he dared to descend into the shadows of the underworld to try to free his beloved from the grip of Hades. There once lived a demigod named Orpheus, born of the god Apollo and the muse of poetry Calliope. Orpheus was blessed with a divine gift. He played music so enchanting that it could even soften the hearts of gods and tame wild beasts. He fell deeply in love with Eurydice, a woman as radiant as the dawn. Their love was pure, fierce, and true. But fate, cruel as ever, had other plans. On their wedding day, Eurydice was bitten by a venomous serpent and died, her soul swept to the shadowy depths of the underworld. Orpheus, heartbroken, took up his lyre and descended into Hades itself. His music, sorrowful and beautiful, softened the hearts of the gods of the dead. Moved, Hades offered a deal. Eurydice could return with him, on one condition. Orpheus must walk ahead and not look back until they had both reached the surface. He agreed. Step by step he climbed, never daring to glance behind. But just before reaching the light, doubt crept in. Was she really there? Was it all a cruel trick? Unable to bear it, he turned. She was there, but in that instant, she vanished, lost forever. Do you know why Sisyphus was punished with one of the cruelest tasks in Greek mythology? Long ago, in the golden age of Greek myth, there lived a cunning king named Sisyphus. He ruled the city of Corinth, not with honor, but with sharp wit and trickery. Sisyphus was the kind of man who could outtalk a god, and he did. He betrayed Zeus by revealing one of his secret affairs. Then, when Death himself came to collect him, Sisyphus chained Death up, literally, so no one could die. For a while, the world teetered between life and death, chaos rising, but the gods don't like to be fooled. When they finally got hold of him, they decided his punishment had to be more than just death. It had to be eternal. So they gave him a boulder, a massive one. His task, roll it up a steep hill. Every time he neared the top, just as success was in reach, the boulder would slip, tumble down, and he'd start again, forever. Imagine being starving, food right in front of you, just within reach. But every time you reach out, it slips away. For one king in Greek mythology, it was his harsh reality for all eternity. But what could he have done that was so horrendous to deserve such a cruel punishment by the gods? Long ago, in the golden halls of Mount Sipylus, there lived a king named Tantalus. The gods loved him and welcomed him to their divine feasts, an honor only a few mortals ever received. But Tantalus, swollen with pride and arrogance, wanted more than their favor. One day he stole ambrosia and nectar from their table, the food of immortality. But that wasn't his worst crime. In a twisted test of the gods' wisdom, Tantalus invited them to a feast and served them a stew made from the flesh of his own son, Pelops. Killing your own family was considered one of the worst blood crimes in ancient Greek myths. So horrific, it was punished by the Furies themselves. The gods recoiled in horror before taking a single bite, all except Demeter. Distracted by grief over her lost daughter, Persephone, she took a bite of one of his shoulders. Enraged, the gods restored Pelops to life, and Hephaestus crafted a new shoulder, one made of gleaming ivory. As for Tantalus, the gods were not so merciful. They condemned him to a punishment so cruel it would echo through myth for all eternity. In the underworld, he was plunged into a pool beneath a fruit tree, but whenever he reached to drink, the water receded. Whenever he reached for food, the branches pulled away, forever tormented by the things he desired most, yet never could reach. Top 5 greatest warriors of Greek mythology. Number 5, Ajax the Great, a giant of a man who fought for Greece in the Trojan War, renowned for his colossal strength and heroic defense of the Greek ships. Number 4, Hector, the noble prince of Troy, revered for his strength, honor, and leadership as the last great hope of the Trojans. His most famous fight was against Achilles, where he met his tragic end in a legendary duel outside the walls of Troy. Number 3, Diomedes, a brilliant and bold warrior who could even wound gods like Ares and Aphrodite in battle, making him one of the few mortals to challenge the divine. Number 2, Heracles, son of Zeus, king of the gods and a mortal woman. Famed for completing the 12 labors, he had superhuman strength and bravery beyond compare. Number 1, Achilles, the nearly invincible hero of the Trojan Trojan War, known for his unmatched combat skill. His only weak spot was his heel because his mother Thetis held him by it when she dipped him into the river Styx to make him invulnerable. How did Dionysus, the only Greek god born of a mortal woman, rise to claim his place among the mighty gods of Mount Olympus? In the ancient city of Thebes, a mortal woman named Semele caught the eye of Zeus, king of the gods. Their love was passionate, and soon she carried his child. But Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, tricked Semele into demanding that Zeus reveal his true form. He did, but Semele, as a mortal woman, couldn't bear the blaze of lightning and godly fire and was destroyed. Yet the unborn child lived. Zeus saved him by sewing him into his thigh, and months later, Dionysus was born. Part mortal, part god. Raised in secret, he wandered the world, bringing the gift of wine, ecstasy, and wild celebration. Therefore, he was also loved by the gods who liked to be around him. In time, Dionysus ascended to Olympus, claiming his rightful place. But there was an issue on Mount Olympus. There was only place for 12 gods. Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, home, and sacred flame, willingly gave up her place to avoid a divine conflict. She didn't need the spotlight, unlike other gods who craved power and attention. As the 12th Olympian god, Dionysus did what no god had done before. He journeyed into the underworld and rescued his mother, bringing her to the stars. But he was also a god of vengeance. When the king of Thebes mocked him, Dionysus drove him mad and let his own worshippers tear the man apart.